The acne cleared up within a week. The acne cleared up within a week. I still can't believe it sometimes. I look at my back and I'm like, holy, this is actually my back. Like, it's hardly recognizable. Hardly recognizable. Because my back used to be so littered with acne. Within the first couple weeks, you should see a difference. If something's not working within the first week or two, scrap it. You should be able to see almost instant benefits, especially when it comes to changing your diet. How do you get rid of acne? Because acne is a hormonal thing, you've got to address your hormones. And what is the #1 diet for having the best functioning hormones ever? How's it going, guys? Fruit Living here. The reason I started this Fruit Living channel, the reason I started getting into fruit living in the first place was because my acne was so bad. You know, my back was just littered. My back was a mountainous terrain of just zits, big zits. I remember sitting in class in high school, you know, sitting over a desk, and every now and then I'd reach back and reach under my shirt and just pop, and I just feel it. This big explosion of juicy pus squirt onto my t-shirt. And I remember coming home after school and my t-shirt, on the back of my t-shirt would have stains from all the pus and the blood. And I would be so embarrassed to take my shirt off in summertime, and my uncle one time came up to me, he's like, hey Ted, you got all these bug bites on your back. And I was like, yeah, you're right, I do, they're all bug bites. I didn't want to tell him that they're all zits. And you know, my face was just as bad. My face was terrible too. I remember every day just going to pop one. And, you know, if you get a good pop one, it feels so good, but if you don't pop it, you just squeeze it and it doesn't pop, it hurts so bad. And I thought this was just the normal way of living. But then I was like, how come some people don't get acne? And other people have terrible acne. Why is this? And then I learned that there was a relationship between food and skin, and that you could clear up your skin by clearing up your diet. So I was like, awesome, let's try this. Let's cut out red meat, for example. Nothing really changed. I'm like, okay, let's cut out chicken. Nothing really changed. Let's cut out fish. Nothing really changed. All right, let's cut out dairy. Boom! Cleared up big time. Cleared up big time, but it didn't go away. It just, there were less zits. But the zits I did still have, zits that were still coming. They were quite inflamed. They were still red and even like dark purple sometimes. Really inflamed back. So I was like, okay, dairy helped a bit. So now I know there's a connection there. Let's try gluten. Cut out gluten. Boom! Big difference as well. A lot less inflammation, a lot less zits coming. So I was like, holy crow. Cutting out meat, chicken, and fish didn't really do much, but as soon as I cut out dairy and gluten, that made a big difference. And now I'm like, okay, let's go fully raw vegan. Let's go fully raw vegan here. So I'm going fully raw vegan. I'm eating lots of olives, avocados, nuts and seeds, oils, just a lot of fat in the diet. And it didn't change at all. My acne stayed the same for months. And I was like, what the heck, man? I was getting really frustrated. And also by this point, I tried a lot of things. I tried a urine therapy. I didn't drink my urine, but I would whiz in a bottle and then I'd put the piss all over my back. Or I tried a whole bunch of stuff like lemon peels, put lemon peels over, baking soda, put baking soda over. Acne is all about your hormones. That's why if I were to inject some testosterone right now, I'd probably get a lot of acne on my face, my back. Because testosterone is a hormone. It can instigate acne for those prone to getting acne. So some people never get acne, no matter what they eat or what they do, they just never seem to get acne. But those are the people who develop other things, like other symptoms. Like for example, they might develop a cancerous tumor instead, or they might develop a big cyst or a big lump under their armpit, or they might just have really bad body odor, or they might have severe allergies to something else. So we all express our sensitivities in different ways. But just know that when you get off dairy, you become dairy intolerant, which is what you want. It's not a bad thing. When you get off gluten, you become gluten intolerant. That's a good thing. When you go back on them, dairy and gluten, you're gonna be messed up. It's gonna mess you up. You're gonna feel like crap until you build up that tolerance again. So anyone you know who's gluten intolerant or dairy intolerant, lactose intolerant, just know that if they were to consume small amounts bit by bit, they could build up that tolerance in the same way an alcoholic builds up a tolerance. But anyways, enough of that. Back to the acne. How do you get rid of acne? Because acne is a hormonal thing, you've got to address your hormones. And what is the #1 diet for having the best functioning hormones ever? Guys, come on. It's a fruit diet. It's a fruit diet. It's a diet full of fruit. Full of fruit. You want to be full of fruit. So like I said, when I went raw vegan, it was lots of fat, a lot of nuts, seeds, olives, oils, things like that. Nothing really changed. But fat really screws up your hormones. So when you go low fat raw vegan, as soon as I cut out all the fat, as soon as I cut out the nuts and seeds and stuff, and I just went on a pure fruit and vegetable diet, the acne cleared up within a week. The acne cleared up within a week. I still can't believe it sometimes. I look at my back and I'm like, holy, this is actually my back. Like, it's hardly recognizable. Hardly recognizable. Because my back used to be so littered with acne. My back used to be so littered with acne. So finally, after 2 or 3 years of trying many different things, I finally got to it. Now I'm at the point in my life now where I've had no acne for the past 5 or 6 years. Every now and then, a little tiny whitehead will come up or something, but it's very minor, and I'm pretty sure that's because I'm mixing some fat and sugar at the same time. So for example, I'll have a bunch of durian and then 20 minutes later I'll have some watermelon, and when you mix fat with sugar like that, it's not good for your hormones. It raises your blood sugar, and that can cause acne because that negatively affects your hormones. So if you are going to consume fat and sugar, just be sure to consume the sugar first and then the fat. So for example, if you want to have a lot of nuts and seeds, don't have nuts and seeds. Have an avocado or durian instead, or some coconut meat. So if you want to consume some coconut meat, durian, or avocado, be sure to consume them later in the day once you've had all your sweet, juicy fruit. And if you want to have avocado and watermelon in the same meal, have the watermelon first and then have the avocado after. It doesn't make any sense to have the avocado and then the watermelon, because avocado digests very slowly, the watermelon digests very quickly. So if you put the avocado in first, the watermelon's going to say, okay, here I come, boom, and run right into it. But if you put the watermelon in first, it's going to go, and the avocado's going to say, okay, here I come, nice and slow, no problem. It doesn't get in anybody's way. So how to clear up your acne? Eat a fruit diet. There's no long-term fruit eaters with bad acne. There's no long-term fruit eaters with terrible skin. All the long-term fruit eaters have glorious skin. And there's a way to speed up the process too. Once you start eating a raw, vegan, low-fat fruit diet, you can also speed up the process by exercising heaps, getting a lot of sun, and getting a lot of sleep. These 3 things are proven to help clear up your skin as well. You look at all the top athletes in the world, all the top Olympians, they all have glorious skin. They all have really clear skin because the lymphatic system is pumped so much. They're detoxing at such a high rate because they're pumping their body so much. They're pumping their heart a lot. So exercise a lot. Second thing is getting a lot of sun. It's rare to see someone with really tan skin with very bad acne. It's usually the pale people with bad acne, because the sun, as we know, vitamin D is not actually a vitamin, it's a hormone. And like I said, acne is all about getting your hormones right. So vitamin D really helps your skin because it's a hormone. It helps balance your hormones. And everyone's got nice tan skin also typically has nice, clear, acne-free skin. And then the third thing is get lots of sleep, man. The people who sleep the most are also the people who've had the most balanced hormones. Look at children, babies. Babies have the most softest, most beautiful skin. How long do they sleep? About 18 hours a day. If you do an experiment, if you decide, okay, for the next 2 weeks, I'm gonna aim to get 10 hours asleep each night, I'm gonna get a 1 hour nap each day. By the end of the 2 weeks, your skin is gonna be way clearer, especially if you combine that with eating a lot cleaner diet, low fat diet. Then you're gonna be much better off. If you don't wanna eat 100% fruit for a diet to clear up your skin, I don't think you have to, but for me it's what I did and it's what worked and it's what I've been doing now for the past 6 years. But another thing that could really help would just be to eat a starch-based diet, or also some cooked fruits as well. So cooked pumpkins, cooked squashes, cooked plantains. These things are actually fruits. If you cook your fruits, you're gonna be much better off than eating a bunch of rice and stuff like that. But the second best cooked food to eat then would be starches and the roots, like cooked carrots, cooked yams, cooked sweet potatoes, things like this. And then your third best cooked food option would probably be the cooked pseudo grains. Pseudo grains meaning quinoa, amaranth, buckwheat, millet, things like that. Things that aren't actually grains, but they cooked like grains and they kind of taste like grains as well, but they don't have that inflammatory effect like a lot of grains have. So to recap, the best 4 food diets to eat for healing your acne would be a raw fruit diet, made up of lots of bananas, mangoes, dates, coconuts, and just low-fat fruits, low-fat fruits. Second best thing you'd want to eat would be cooked fruits, like cooked plantains, cooked squashes, cooked pumpkins, things like that. And then the third best option would be cooked roots, like your cooked carrots, yams, sweet potatoes, things like that, things that grow underground. And then the fourth option would be cooked quinoa, amaranth, buckwheat, millet. These things you can buy bulk, you can buy cheap, really easy to load up on. They're very low fat as well, so you can get that. And combine that beautiful diet with a lot of fitness, getting outside, move your body for an hour or two a day, getting some sun. If you don't have access to tropical sun like I have here in Thailand, I actually would recommend looking into sunbeds. I know a lot of people don't like sunbeds, but if your goal here is to heal your acne, you've got to get some vitamin D in your system. And sunbeds, if you're low in vitamin D, they're going to do more good than harm, I believe, because they're just going to give your body that vitamin D that it needs. And then eventually, just use those for, you know, maybe once, twice a week until you've got access to a ticket to fly somewhere nice and live for a few months until your acne really clears off. Then you go back home and figure things out. And then the third tip there would be to sleep a lot. Just get way more shut-eye, take a daily nap if you can. 20 minutes, 30 minutes, 1 hour is optimal. And then each night, you know, 8, 9, 10 hours a night for your sleeps, and you're gonna notice a big difference in your skin. The key with all of this is just patience, and don't worry about it. Don't worry about your acne. The more you worry about it, the more you focus on it, the more acne you're gonna have. Whatever you focus on, you get more of. So just instead of focusing on the bits of acne, focus on the clear parts of your skin. Say, hey look, there's no acne there, I'm gonna focus on this part. There's no acne right here, I'm gonna focus on this part. There's no acne right here, I'm gonna focus on that part. And when you focus on this, it starts to grow all over. But if you focus on that one zit, and that one zit, and that one zit, that's gonna start to grow all over as well. So, little tip there, it also lowers your anxiety, lowers your stress level. And stress, as we know, is cortisol, caused by cortisol, and that's a hormone, that screws up your acne big time as well. So, don't stress, just chill. That's where sleep comes in, that's where exercise comes in, that's where getting the vitamin D comes in, also lower stress. Do all these things, have some patience, give yourself maybe 6 months to a year to really totally absolutely clear up your acne, but within the first couple weeks you should see a difference. If something's not working within the first week or two, scrap it. You should be able to see almost instant benefits, especially when it comes to changing your diet in relation to acne. So hope this video helped. Peace from Chiang Mai, Thailand. I'll see you guys soon. If you have any questions, leave them down below. I'll address them. Check out that back one more time. Totally acne free.